everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Darkest Dungeon. I've been really pleased with the way that things have been going recently. What I will say is there's room for improvement, without a doubt. Right now, financially, we're in a little bit of a tight spot. We do have boss potential. The endless harvest begins with the miller defeated. The farmstead slips even further beyond time and space. Assemble a party and face whatever strangeness awaits in the endless harvest. Darkest level. Oh, Lord. Okay, so let's not worry about that for the time being. But we have a wizened hag. Oh, my God. With a great trinket, it looks like. Although lowers resist. Get out of here. Get out of here. We have to do, I don't want to say like maintenance. But I think we do want to do some like, some runs that I would describe as being primarily for gold, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that means we should be doing short runs or medium runs or etc., etc. But I think we maybe want to focus on building this back up. And predominantly, I'll level with you, stress healing using units instead of stress healing using money, which is causing us some problems. But I think our gameplay is getting there. We're just facing some problems in the other department. You know, the department of the metagame. So we need a healer. That's fine. We're going to do a level 1 mission. I'm just not sure which kind of level 1 mission it'll be right now. I think it would be nice, like I don't want Rob to level up yet necessarily. We can take a mark party. And we could maybe, like again, what do you even do? What is it you say you do around here? You got buffs, I mean you got a lot of buffs. You give more money or something, right? You know what, let's alt-tab. Antiquarian Darkest Dungeon. The Antiquarian is relatively weak, leading to subpar combat performance, but she's an effective support class, being able to heal, bolster dodge rates, and perform nominal debuffing on enemies. It's a highly useful mercantile hero who boasts a number of unique properties. She increases the amount of gold you can carry in a stack. Every subsequent Antiquarian will increase it even further. She causes unique loot to drop from curios. They will only be looted if the Antiquarian interacts with the curio. Rare antiques, blah, blah, blah. The Antiquarian also increases your Comet Shards earnings by 15% if she's in the party. Okay, interesting. You know what? Let's learn a little bit. Let's dedicate ourselves to a short mission. Explore 90% of rooms, that's fine. This is medium. This is medium. Okay, we'll do a short mission, and we'll add an Antiquarian. Let's look at the skills. Back to buffs, protect me, mark target, forced guard by ally. Okay. I mean, I don't like the default skills, but I don't want to spend money on them, if that makes sense. So if you can operate fine from this location, that works for me. And then we want 2 big damage dealers up front. So if like, can you operate okay from the second slot? Yeah, I mean, like, more or less. You can use pick to the face, at least. And then we could put Ruka. You can't really occupy... Can't use your flashbang in that slot. So let me see. If you are in the first slot, you can use pick to the face. You can't use lunge. If you use a shadow fade, you can then use a lunge and put you back into a good position. Alright, I don't necessarily think this is a good loadout, but I don't think it's bad. Fox Mulder is the only... Well, Fox Mulder and Ruka are the only named creatures. Tomo could also actually occupy the first slot, but I kind of like the idea of taking a unit that we've never used before. Do you extra damage against marked units? You don't. You know what? I want my boys to be together. Okay. Unequip all trinkets. Let's get ready to go here. We're going to start with a bounty hunter. Wounding helmet is really good, I think. Sniper's ring. Extra accuracy and crit if in position 4. It doesn't really seem like the right thing for an occultist, but we could use all the damage we can get, I suppose. Extra healing skills, guaranteed. Then, tough ring. Lowers your damage. Raises your stress, but it makes you much stronger. See, the damage goes from 9 to 18 to 8 to 16. Still, I think that's okay. Just looking at dodge chances real quick, because I really like the focus ring as well. Leper, let's give him the focus ring, because they have less HP to begin with. Or sorry, more HP to begin with. Let's make them, you know, likely to take damage. But it's going to hit like a truck. Bounty Hunter needs one more. I kind of think extra max HP on the Antiquarian seems like the strongest option here. Am I starting to get it a little bit? Maybe? Hold up, I'm like... Feather Crystal. Plus 2 speed, plus 8 dodge. Look at that. Maybe, actually, now that I think about it, we'd rather the Antiquarian have it. Because, I mean, you could force a unit to mark you, or to guard you, though. So, what if we actually give this to you? Okay. And everybody's almost kitted out here. So what would we like to give you? More max HP is always going to be positive here. I think you're kind of okay where you are. I don't really want to lower your dodge. Fragile, minus 10%. Okay, sure. Let's go for it. We're on a short mission on the ruins, and we want gold, and we want inventory space. So we'll take a full stack of food. Let's take a holy water for more loot. And let's take like 2 more than the stack of trinkets would normally be. And we have heals. Take a bandage, and then we already have a key. Let's add to our stack. Remember, this is a gold run. This probably is not the most efficient way to do a gold run, but it's the way that I'm going to approach it from this point. And we'll see if it works. This is all because, you know, we spent a lot of money and didn't get any, well, we got very little money back from our crystal mission, but we got a lot of shards that we hope is going to make our life easier in the future. So we're going to ignore this room, probably. Stack of books. Stack of books. We're going to go with the Antiquarian. It's a risk. Sometimes it works. Balanced. Plus 15% move resist. I would describe that right now as being almost meaningless, but what do I know? First bit of combat, I would say that this was horrible. This was a horrible turn of events. We could kill with a hit, so I'm going to try. That's very lucky. Especially considering one of our units has 0 dodge. 1 damage, who cares, right? Debuff, minus 2 dodge. No big deal. Abyssal Artillery. 4 to 6 damage each. It's either that or mark a unit, but again, or pull, for that matter. But our Bounty Hunter can one-hit KO these guys anyway. So it seems like it's not necessarily a bad idea, but maybe not the best idea. That's an unfortunate move, but it is what it is. Back to buff yourself. Party's back in the order we want them in. Life goes on. Alright. Probably... Oh, we go first. That's very lucky. Take the guaranteed kill.
Is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Taking 0 damage on hit is so nice. That one a little less so. Okay, we're going to have to start using our occultist to get some heals out there, I think. Doesn't have to go to the Antiquarian first, though, which is very nice. Now, let's look. Buff. Plus 3 dodge. Mark target. Force guard by ally. It gives the doo-doo gets hit by it. Much better setup. I think we want you to be guarded by the Bounty Hunter. Less HP, but really, really high dodge. And this is doing 4 to 6. And we got 1. I'll live with it. Heals are going to have to start coming out relatively soon. 7 to 14. Lucky us. Okay, so we got 1 enemy left. They go first. You hit us for 0. I can live with that. I don't know. Buff all units. Seems sensible. Look at that. Not bad. Lost HP. Minor antique. Okay.
This expedition at least promises success.
No group heal is the downside, but if we stay on top of it with the occultist, I think we got a good chance. So we do absolutely want to handle stress. Probably, I mean, you generally, I think, if you can take a guaranteed kill on guys early, that seems smart, but do a nervous stab at one of these guys makes them more likely to be killed by an abyssal artillery. Exactly worked out.
Destroy them all.
Okay, so we have one stress creating unit left. Annoying. Annoying. That's all you really have to say about it. This unit may get a chance to go, so I think you have to go for that. Do antiquities stack? Oh, they do. I guess they're just called antiques. Not antiquities. Curios get looted by the Antiquarian. Traps coming up. 90, 50, 60. Alright, so we'll use the 90, but I would like to use the 50, because if it worked, we would get stress relief, but I think that's a bit aggressive, shall we say. And this is not a major mission right now, but it's a good test for us for the future, and you know, the Antiquarian, just telling you straight up, play your cards right, you can get named after this mission. Now, I don't know what to name you. I'm running out of friends, to be honest. Starting to use fictional characters. Alright, our first loop is complete.
Mechanical hazards.
Unfortunate, but again, that's why we bring a healer, right? Dude, we got an antiquity.
The path is clear.
Out of
we require only the strength to
a torch. And by antiquity, I mean antique. I don't understand antiques, man. Is it like magic cards that you can sit on? It's like the idea is you could go antiquing and discover something that nobody has ever... Like a hidden gem? 15 damage. I don't like this. It's fairly unlikely to kill, but if it doesn't kill... Ooh, never mind. I was gonna say it puts them in good hue range, but... Okay, well, it is dark, so I suppose I understand why you can't land a hit. Don't like this stress-creating unit. Don't like that it keeps going straight for the Antiquarian, who is now definitely going to require some stress relief, but, alright, so we'll get our high dodge unit to protect us. They're marked, which means they're gonna be targeted as well. Chop can do 15. Probably won't. Hue does 4 to 8, so it's pretty unlikely that we could Hue twice and get 2 kills. Lucky us. I think we chose wisely there. Low roll and bleed. That's what the bandage is for, really. Totally fine. Ooh, wow, I didn't know that you, well, I didn't remember at least that you could create horror like that, so... Didn't even think about bringing laudanum into the situation. Very high stress situation. I'm gonna use the bandage just because your HP sucks.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Stop, stop, stop. Quick buff. The stress creators are at the back, which is making them a problem. I think it would be wise to flashbang and try to move them to the front. Or you would come hither and try to pull them to. Your move resist is very low. Let's try that. Stress is more of a concern than HP right now. Lucky us. Tomo, dude, with the lethal. No complaints. This guy's gonna get to go. I would rather focus on the heals, I think. Oh, you idiot. Seems like 0 to 15 is proving to be 0 a lot more than it's proving to be 15. Especially with the healing skills buffed because of your trinket, you're making me highly upset right now. Okay, so I would love to make sure you die. But you know what? Actually, HP's okay. Do the pull, bring you up to. Let's go. Then, I mean, you could take a stab at it. That's fine. The whole reason behind the stab was to try to make it easier for the kill to happen anyway. Speaking of which, like, we could just... And I think it's sensible to attempt. You were already marked. That was dumb.
Destroyed.
Very, very mild stress relief. Please tell me we go first. In this situation, I actually like the idea. Ah, never mind. We can't land a stun. Excuse me, I have 1,000 dodge. You can't hit me. There we go. It's a high roll. It's a heal for 8. Purge, clear all enemy corpses, buff accuracy, heal yourself. I mean, truth be told, this is probably a little bit overkill, but... And I'm worried about a crit causing this guy some stress-related problems, but... I want to see if we can land one heal on our bounty hunter. Beauty. Heal him for 0. Gotta love it. Then take 5 damage anyway. It's not going particularly well. That's all I'm gonna say. Is that as a consequence of our... Oh, you know what? We've never seen this. Confession Booth. I'm assuming Confession Booth... Darkest Dungeon Curios. I'm assuming Confession Booth is probably Holy Water, but let's see. Confession Booth. Holy Water gives you a huge stress heal. Beauty. Maybe somebody left some pucks in there, too. No pucks, but 30 stress. We're still probably going to have to heal you in town, so maybe it would have been wiser to use it on a unit that's less likely to need that stress relief, but it is what it is. Alright, we got HP-focused units, which is probably ideal. Turn 1, I think a pull or a stun is fine. Resisted the move, but did get stunned. A-okay by me. Then, sadly, I really do still think... There you go. The heal is what you're looking for. Healed to max. You're a problem. 13 damage is pretty good. And then, this time, I'm still gonna have the bounty hunter protect me, just because his dodge should be incredible right now. It's 29. Yo, let's go. Alright, so we get to go first, which is kind of surprising. We buff everybody's dodge? I think so. Anytime my buff has been dodged and I get hit, it's like a slap in the face. I like that it looks like Tomo just... He took the shot for everybody else. Alright, this time, we need to do 12 damage to you. Pulling is probably unlikely to work that well. I think... I'm just going to give you a little damage so that I can get back there eventually. Our damage is way too spread out right now. I do not disagree. Ah, we should have marked this guy. That was actually very dumb. We got him, but if we had marked the guy at the front, we could have done it one action faster, I think. Next, Nervous Stab puts you in lethal Abyssal Artillery range. Oh, we didn't get it. Cost us some HP. It's alright, if we land some stuns, which I think is our next step here, we might get a turn or two to do some heals. Even if they are a self-heal. Kind of the same boat, honestly. Oh, not so good. In fact, that was dumb because the pull could have gotten a kill. But, yeah, we're just a little bit out of sorts right now. Looking good, though, you got to admit.
Confidence surges.
HP is looking fine. Stress is still a big problem, but harmless poke. Why are you getting hit? So we're just taking this time while there's one enemy remaining. You still got... Oh, no, you don't have stun resist. Taking this time while there's an enemy remaining, I should say, to get some heals out if possible. Lower stress as much as we can. It would be nice if there was some group stress relief, but I don't know why that sounds like I'm suggesting we do something dirty. Some group stress relief, if you know what I mean. Well. Honestly, everybody's looking pretty strong now. I think our aim of having a gold run so far appears to be working out. We got 3,000 gold plus another 2,500 right there. Probably about to get a lot more. Wait. Cancel. Antiquarian, please. Thank you. I'm trying to get the comments back on my side, okay? Because people have taken the opinion. When you make a mistake, and don't take this as an insult if you're a YouTube-only viewer, okay? When you make a mistake on Twitch, people are not always nice about it, but they're in chat and they're going, "Hey, bro, you made a mistake. Yo, rare antique." When you make a mistake on YouTube, it kind of sits there for a while, and people go, "What's wrong with his brain? Does he have a brain worm?" 6 years ago, when he played this game, he didn't make this mistake. Has he gotten dumber? The answer is, maybe. As I can't in good confidence say no, but I'm just saying. Ooh, lasting effect again. Precise striker. Plus 5% crit melee skills. Probably the worst class. I didn't take any shovels with me.
Seems bent on preventing passage.
I am an idiot. And I only noticed it now. What, by the way, can I just say, perfect time for that to have shown up? Is right after I was like, "Oh, people are being mean to me." Dude, the antiques though.
Trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Paid for in blood. If only I had some stress relief before we came in here, but still. So I'm trying to get the comments back on my side. That's a huge surprise. Number one focus is killing the stress dealers. Number one focus is killing the stress dealers. So come hither right now over me. I guess we could have stabbed the front unit, but they're likely to die to an attack anyway. It's pull 2. Move resist is very low. Come on up, buddy. Oh, 4 to 8, 4 to 8. I think you just take the guaranteed kill, or the very likely kill.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
So I'm doing my part, is all I'm trying to say. You know, I'm looking up things on the wiki, but not so much as to potentially completely ruin the surprise. And you know, I'm trying to go with better party composition and worry a little bit more about the meta game. You just gotta cut me some slack and recognize there's sometimes gonna be periods where it's gonna take a little while for those changes to percolate out. But I'm doing my best, and I'm having a great time playing Darkest Dungeon. Like, if anybody was under the impression that your boy was not in love with Darkest Dungeon right now, you are incorrect. Here's the deal. I'm going to mark you. Never mind. But I have a good reason. We don't need to move anybody. We can get back into... Well, actually, let me think about this. Yeah, no, it's actually fine. Okay. We don't need to mark anybody because we can actually just move ourselves backwards. And that puts our bounty hunter back in DPS territory. Oh, you're the worst. No, I'm just joking, Tomo. You're a hero. Huge overkill, but to get that stress out of there was top priority. You know what? Protect me, please. I'm hoping that the gold that we've gotten is going to offset the stress relief that we're going to need. But I think it was, at the very least, it was a good learning exercise. And I think it probably will end up being a pretty, lucrative experience for us to have brought the Antiquarian out. We just won't be able to do it twice in a row, unfortunately. Mostly I marked because I wanted the bounty hunter to try to get the kill, but I mean, What else we're gonna go for? I guess like a heal. I'm not looking down on heals. It's rather that I think they're the secondary priority right now, considering we're on the final part of the mission. The thing is, like, what does marking even do? If we're not going to get a bonus damage on it? It takes extra damage from some hero attacks. Yeah, the answer is nothing. It does nothing. Sucks that there was no stress relief, but I think if we took a Jester on this party, we'd be a little nervous. Because we'd be like, not doing very much damage. Although a Jester's, I guess the bleed in the finale can be really good. Okay, we finished the mission. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. We've explored, I don't want to go all the way back to the room on the other side of the map. So this is more positive for us, I think. Let's take a look at the gold. Golden treasure is 12,000 plus another 3K. Tomo, no level up, which I think is good, actually. Obsessed with cleanliness. Eldritch Hater. Germaphobe. I might like to purge that, because that's dangerous. And then Fairweather Fighter I actually like decently, although your damage is kind of irrelevant. Quiet and reserved. These men are professionals. Compelled not by the scent of blood, but rather the gleam of gold. I don't know if I want 2 bounty hunters is the thing. They're level 0. Do they come with, like... Are they leveled up by default or something? I don't believe so. Fair enough, but, you know, see you later. Justin has cured his scurvy. Let's... Like, a team needs to be treated. Kate also has bad humors, which is worth treating, I think. It's expensive, though. Dan's just got tapeworm, which I still think is not that bad. Fox Mulder. Can I put you in simple? No, you can't go there. And then... a fur. Ruka's at 49. Could probably risk taking him out on another mission. Tomo's only at 32. Yeah, I think that's okay. So I also want to take a look here. We got a lot of busts, and we've got a lot of crests. Just looking for anything we could come close to building. Maybe we want to start at the far right. Maybe it gets easier around here. Dude, we can build Performance Hall. We don't want to. But we could. Minus 10% stress, plus 2 speed, plus 20% finale damage. I'm saying it doesn't seem bad, but I don't think that's where we want to use our gold right now. Something more like this. Bounty Hunter, Highwayman, Grave Robber, extra crit, extra scouting. These seem like secondary priorities. I might be wrong. We're pretty close to this one, too. Some food is granted for free for the week. It's like a little low. Little low key, but still. I think next we should focus on some upgrades if possible. So we don't necessarily want to do another small mission right off the bat, but we have like a B squad, right? Like, can Dan, Nick... Let's go to Embark real quick. If we were to go on a veteran level mission, it would be Mathis, Hafu, Maya. We could roll Nick. We haven't used Nick in a long time, but Dan is kind of more of a gentleman and a scholar there, I think. I don't even know why we keep Finale around. We're probably very much misusing this guy. But he does what he does. He attacks and he defends. If you had Dirk Stab and you took away like the... But Buff Ballad is so nice. And I don't want to lose the stress heal. I don't know. You might want to spec him as like... Like if you take off these... Sorry, take off this and then give him Finale. Or sorry, give him Solo so he moves forward. He becomes a better buffer and he can do an attack once per game. I don't know. Maybe that's worth it. Anyway, so if we want this, it would be upgrade Maya, Hafu, Dan, Mathis. So let's start. Maya, Hafu. And we should probably prioritize the skills we actually use, but what do I know? Dan. Pretty much set. Ah, dude, inspiring tune. Yeah, get even better. We use that all the time. Mathis. Totally set. Okay. Then Maya. Expensive. Hafu. But necessary. And Dan. We can afford to spend to the limit here, but it is dangerous. And then, can we get... No, we can't get next level armor smithing yet. Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode. Probably going to go on a medium level mission with our, you know, quote-unquote B squad. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. Helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.